both teams on their first offensive play, both in an unbalanced formation. Fourth in the Big 12 in passing yards. Has done it on the ground as well. He's a little bit better of an athlete than people give him credit for, in addition to his excellence as a drop back passer.
His first pass of the night is off the hands of Jalen Knoll. And this Iowa State offense has two of the best wide receivers you'll see anywhere protected by this line.
It's going to be Trevor Bohr in there at left guard. Dylan Barrett unable to go, and Hofford has to run the show. And then on the outside, Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll, just the dynamic duo. Joe Kleinerman, the defensive coordinator from K-State. A lot of sleepless nights this week preparing for these two.
Third down and 9. Rocco Betts lets it fly into tight coverage, but short of the sticks to Carson Brown. So that third option, Brown makes the grab, but short of the first down.
See him coming in motion, probably designed to push that just a little bit deeper to make sure he gets the needed distance as the crowd reacted to the little something here on the sideline that we won't show.
Really? Did they give him a first?
Now Chris Kleiman, I think, is going to try to challenge this, essentially.
He was short.
First charge timeout, Kansas State. 30 seconds.
So Chris Kleiman is saying, hey, we're playing a different down and distance than it was marked. They initially had definitely marked it short. There were officials that were signaling that it was short. There's the line to gain. Is the 17-yard line. So clearly, again, by this look, clearly at the 18-yard line and short. You can see multiple officials signaling fourth down.
Right.
And then the top end, they started moving the chains. It looks like a completed pass. It's the wickets underneath it. The ball never is dislodged or hits the ground.
The previous play is under further review. Ruling on the field was a catch for a first down.
Okay, so 2 plays.
Mike Pereira's
getting
paid by the play tonight, I think.
Right. Our line unofficial, right, Mike? But this, based on the sticks, looked short. Is that what you saw?
Well, it's not, the line to gain's not even in question. I mean, he's 2 yards short of the line to gain. The question is whether or not it's a catch or incomplete. But yet we went through a timeout. We went through a segment of time in between the incompletion pass and the timeout. And then we come back and review it. And to me, there's nothing we really see here where you could reverse this to incomplete. But we're not exactly on a hot streak at the moment.
You and I are, Mike. I'm gonna say our streak is correct. Iowa State fans might not like that, but yeah, it appeared that they marked it on the wrong 2 ticks from the big line. It should be on the 18-yard line, and it's currently on the 17-yard line.
Yeah, I'm with Mike. I don't see anything that tells you that's not a catch.
Yeah, the ball.
But I don't see anything that tells you that's a first down either.
Exactly.
After further review, the ball was caught at the 18-yard line. It'll be fourth down.
So 4th and 1 after all that.
Yeah, so that is the correct spot. And initially on one side it was marked that way. On the other side, they took the initiative to move the chains, move the ball up more than 1.5 yards. And fourth down.
Okay, so now a decision for Matt Campbell. Do you kick it? Do you go for it? They are not an overly
Kansas State
aggressive.
will not be charged a timeout. It'll be fourth down.
That's the correct. Yeah.
Iowa State is not an overly aggressive fourth down team, but the offense is hovering around the ball here for Matt Campbell. When they do decide to go, they are really good. One of the best in the country, 14 for 17.
Jalen Jackson at the running back spot. They're going to shift.
And they'll get him out of there.
Watch hard count.
And the quarterback sneak for Betts.
That is a first down.
That is a first down. Confirm that one.
Nice job with the movement, trying to get them with the little hard count shift action. And then Rocco Beck says, I will do this myself. 1st and 10. Take care of the rock. You are in striking distance already. Unbalanced again.
Jackson stays in there as the running back, and Stufflebean comes crashing down. And this K-State defense, they're the best run defense in the Big 12.
They are stingy. Joe Kleinerman does a great job. Brendan Mott, man, this guy just has a bunch of tools in his toolbox to get to the passer. Austin Moore, their leader, and then on the back end, Jacob Parrish. They're going to travel him and likely Keenan Garba around with Jalen Knoll and Jayden Higgins on that. Showing us zero blitz here against this empty look. See if they bring or drop.
Back empties it out again with 5 out in the pattern. Down the middle for a touchdown. Jayden Higgins with the first score of the night.
So here's the route going to come in your picture from the right side. Just a little red zone short post. Nice ball height here by Rocco Beck. Keeping that where nobody else can get that. But his guy, Jayden Higgins, Jack Fabris appeared to think he had help on the inside, and he did not.
Dylan Edwards back to get the kick for Kansas State. He's got a returnable one. One of the most dangerous guys in the return game in the Big 12 is out across the 20-yard line. So we came into this week with 9 teams still alive to go to the Big 12 championship game. We're down to 5 alive this hour, and we'll update you as the night goes along. But Arizona State already won, Colorado already won, BYU to come. Baylor from 0-3 to 6-3. They won their 6th today. Kansas State officially eliminated from the Big 12 title race, trying to spoil a chance for their rival Iowa State to go to Arlington next weekend. DJ Giddens for the first time tonight. He holds on to it after Kansas State coughs it up on their first touch.
Led up front by their pulling guard extraordinaire Hadley Panzer. Connor Riley, the play caller and offensive coordinator, at DJ Giddens, a dynamic, do-everything great back. And another weapon at hand tonight with Dylan Edwards looking 100% healthy.
The belly of James' first throw is dropped. Johnson trying to connect with Braden Lofton as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Just a strike from Avery Johnson. Eyes to the tuck. Cold night, just a little stick route. He's trying to run before he catches. Let's go run after the catch yards for a reason. Eyes to the tuck.
This will be a big challenge for Avery Johnson tonight, facing one of the best secondaries in the country and the best secondary in the Big 12 on a passing down 3rd and 7. He's protected. The left sideline, nobody home. Over the head of Trey Spivey with Bo Freeler in coverage. And it's 4th down for Kansas State.
This is best on best. Freeler right here, the leader of this unit, the corner route. And they are really excited about Trey Spivey. I like Trey Spivey's angle there. I think Avery Johnson saw it a different way, but with Freeler's angle down, Spivey has to flatten that out to the sideline more. Avery Johnson has to adjust.
Spivey just started playing a lot in the last couple of weeks. And he's been one of the go-to guys for Kansas State. Out to the sideline, Knoll's still dancing, and he's escorted out of bounds.
Knoll almost making a bad throw good.
A big question of
slow substitution, 3 on the play clock.
Iowa State does get it off. And Sama, who was the star of this game last year, wrangled for a 3rd down. So passing down here again, big question for Kansas State. When it's not Jacob Parrish in coverage, how will the other DBs handle this Iowa State passing game?
They're substituting in a different nickel group here on the back end, maybe even a dime group. going to go dime here. So we've got 6 DBs in. 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers, try to play matchup and get a double team, probably on Jalen Knoll.
On a 3rd down, Beck lets it fly down the sideline for Higgins, and it's incomplete. Iowa State fans want a flag, and it did not come with Keenan Garber in trail position.
Yep, and there's the other matchup. Garber's on Higgins. Don't see any grab or stripped to a point that would be pass interference. Matt Campbell, of course, rightfully disagrees. Got a chance for his guy to make a play there. Rocco Beck's just got to give him a chance. A little amped up, I'm sure, tonight.
So a big win for Kansas State.
Yes.
Jacob Parrish is now flagged out. Back to that thought in a second.
Keenan Garber's back healthy. Jacob Parrish has been their best corner. Justice James has been really good.
Snap infraction. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Yeah, so the other guys outside of Parrish, who you mentioned, the top cover guy for Kansas State, covering the top 2 guys for Iowa State, forcing incompletions on back-to-back plays.
That's where you just got it, as Rocco Beck does, answers you up, give your guy a chance against their 2nd and/or 3rd cover guy. You can formation it for that matchup on.
Sure it is. Yanked down after a yard. Yeah, how about that for Keegan Johnson? Cyhawk rivalry and Farmageddon. Both ends of it, he's the rival of Iowa State.
Singleton, J.R. Singleton, been in the backfield here multiple plays. Cyclone fans will be happy he's in and appears to be healthy, and a healthy Singleton means a running Avery Johnson. Run for your life.
Johnson handing off, back-to-back short runs for DJ Giddens. Freeler made the tackle. It's 3rd down.
Watch for it. Say enough good things about this guy. Watch where he comes from and watch where he ends up. He's about 13 yards from the line of scrimmage. He's now 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. This guy, man, he is so fun to watch in prep. Not fun to play against, but fun to be around. He was the first guy out to practice, the first guy on the field last night.
He is the leader of the Big 12's best secondary. On 3rd down, Johnson on target again. First downs through the air twice on this drive. This one to Jace Brown.
Jace Brown, nice rhythm throw. Ends up on the safety. Cooper turns him around. Good press cut. A full speed turn. Avery Johnson throws it with time to allow him to have the ability to make him miss there and still stay in bounds. Gets a little dirt on his face mask. Farmageddon at its finest.
Grass full of helmet for Brown.
Nice play.
And Dylan Edwards is roped down after a 2-yard gain.
Will McLaughlin has been one of the guys that's been in and out again with all of those linebackers. They just say having him back in here just settles everything down. With the relatively inexperienced Jack Sadowski, Cooper Ebel have played admirably, but he's really settles everybody down, communicates, gets everybody lined up.
Edwards stays in there, fake to him. Johnson given time to the sideline, incomplete. Freeler had the coverage on Lofton. Here comes another 3rd down. As Kansas State drives on this Iowa State defense that has had 40 games worth of injury misses for their linebackers this season.
It's really amazing, again, what they've done. John Haycock, one of the best in the business. Just I'm going to do this with one arm tied behind my back. Is how this feels. It's how good they've been. How just effort, overlap, backside pursuit, making up for man after man after man.
And Johnson pulls it out to the edge using his speed, and he's escorted out short of the 1st down. Jontez Williams angled him out, so decision coming on 4th and short.
Good read. It's just him on Freeler, 2 on 17. Dante Cephas, 14, just loses his leverage on the block. Otherwise, Avery Johnson is still running 4th and 2. Aware of the hard count, aware of the play action pass.
And this will be stopped. Timeout, Kansas State, with that play clock inside 5. For what it's worth, this would be
First charge timeout. Kansas State, 30 seconds.
this would be a 40 for the kicking team here. And Avery Johnson in the offense for Kansas State coming back out 4th and 2.
Gee, that man, if you're Avery Johnson, if you're offensive coordinator Connor Riley, you got to find 17, you got to find 2. Jamison Patton, who's in for Malik Verdon today.
After the timeout, they snap it this time. Johnson throwing, taking a shot, and it's in there for a touchdown. 4th and 2, he got them all for 28. Jace Brown for 6.
Jace Brown, when you run the quarterback, this kind of thing opens up. They have to play man coverage. No help man coverage on the outside. We've seen that twice now. The out cut for the first down, and right there the out and up essentially for the home run.
Rewarded for the aggression on 4th down and 2. Got the play called a lot. And this version of Farmer
James 5 in perfect position right there. And then we talked about Keenan Garber slipping out the sideline, making up for it. Just enough physicality on top of it to not get called and challenge Rocco Becht.
That is a big thing to watch tonight. Great run defense for Kansas State. Great pass offense with those 2 receivers out of the edge for Iowa State. There's a flag down in the run for Sama.
Looked like the offense was aligned legally.
Illegal formation. Offense, more than 4 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's the 5 in the backfield call. We'll take a look at who was on and who was off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He has to make sure he's on the ball. So that's what he called, and he has to be set for a count. At that receiver in that on-off midline position, no good apparently.
Backs up Matt Campbell's offense to 1st down and 15. They punted their last time on the field. And Becht swings it out. Jalen Knoll back across the original line of scrimmage. They had a 2nd down.
Really just a little RPO ends up being an out route, and then visiting the trainers on the sideline. Gatorade everywhere. They'll probably freeze up real fast.
It's 22 degrees, but it feels like the score. It feels like 7. The ball comes flying out of Becht's hands as Stufflebean had pressure right in the face of the quarterback.
Stufflebean, wow, they're trying to dial up a screen, and he gets there before Becht can release it. Becht has no possibility to see that backside overlap. Romaine that close to a pick 6.
Good against good in the pass rush tonight. Kansas State gets home a lot.
Such a free.
He's protected. Pass into tight coverage again. It's broken up. And that time it is Jacob Parrish. Knocked it away for Nolan. It's 4th down.
Just an ideal position. Watch 10. Inside hip of Noel. Doesn't grab and restrict. He's been there, but doesn't make any physical restriction or limit. 13. Interesting to see that other side. Maybe his right hand on the hip. Either way, they're punting.
Flag comes out on a low bounding punt. Well, K-State had to rush out of the way of. Check on the flag, back to the line of scrimmage.
Penalty marker on the play.
Asking Matt Campbell here, so it must be offsides because it's not going to be enough.
Offside defense. The penalty declined. First down, Iowa State.
Take the result of the play. Getting that punt in these conditions, he'll take.
So Kansas State coming back out looking for a lead. Story of the season for Kansas State, getting to 8 wins again. They were ranked 18th in the preseason. Started the year 3-0, and then they ran into BYU, who's still in contention for the Big 12 championship. And a 5-2 record since then. 2-game losing streak, fourth quarter comebacks against Colorado and Kansas, part of that 5-2 run. And in ranked games this year, Arizona, Oklahoma State didn't have the seasons they wanted, but early part of the year they were ranked. Kansas State beat them. And looking for probably their most memorable win of the year tonight. Trying to keep their rival out of the Big 12 championship game. Off a play fake, Johnson zips it to the sideline, and it's caught, but not much doing there. No gain as Jeremiah Cooper came up and got Braden Lofton.
Good adjustment by Avery Johnson there, feeling the edge pressure. You see 44 Ellis showing up right there in his face. Good job deploying it. A better job that time by Cooper. Bringing the big boy, Braden Lofton, down. There's a lot of big tight ends on both these teams. Get a lot of that practice in spring ball. Tackling big old tight ends.
Kansas State will play as many as 5 or 6 tight ends. DJ Giddens has been slowed to start this game by Iowa State's front.
Yeah, they're going to force it. It looks like they're going to force Avery Johnson to beat him. They're going to defeat kind of those base runs of K-State. That's John Hickok's goal. He gets up to take away your lead pitch. You know, as far as a baseball player analogy goes, make you play left-handed, make all your other stuff go. And toy with Avery Johnson here on third inning. Showing us zero pressure, no help right now.
Third down. They're coming. Johnson running away. It's knocked away. Almost going the other way.
Grounded too. This is going to be. I think this is going to be grounded because the ball was not back to the line of scrimmage. There was nobody legal in the area. He's going to be in a gray area of that tackle box. There's the zero pressure. You got to see that. And there's nobody out there, whether or not, it's not going to matter whether or not he was out of the pocket, because nobody in the area as Singleton finishes. But they decide it was tipped, and they're not going to call it.
Ezeagu coming in, making the play, no grounding, and it's punt time. Almost blocked. And returnable for Knoll, who gets through the first wave. He's got space across the 45. A spark from one of their best, Jalen Knoll.
Not earlier with the defender over the top of him. Well done.
For a couple.
I'm shocked. It wasn't a touchdown.
Right. Last year, he busted a bunch of those. But Matt Campbell in that clip we just played, he used the word unwavering. Touched on the linebackers a little bit. Fitting that Gabe Burkle made that catch because the tight end room.
Yeah, that might be the best. That might be the best looking group that we saw yesterday in practice was the injured tight ends. I mean, Ben Bramer, 6'7", 250, among many others, just great looking dudes on the sideline. They've overcome as best they possibly could.
It's giving Burkle a starring role, and they might need him again on a third down coming up. Just 2 yards there for Hansen.
The other quote that I love from Taylor Mauser, and going back to Jalen Knowles' punt return there, he said, man, I feel like I work for Jalen. He goes, this guy, he's an old soul. He's a hard-working receiver, doesn't say a word except, you know, encouragement, positive stuff, just an unbelievable leader. Very sad to see him walking out the door.
This is punt return that set up Iowa State near midfield. He's down in the slot, bottom of your screen. He's looking for him. Knoll makes the grab, but he's shy of the marker. And Jacob Parrish wrestled him out of bounds. Rocco back in the crowd wants a late hit.
Yeah, Jack
no
Trice
flag comes
Stadium,
out.
wants the flag, and there is none. The option route to Jalen Knoll. It's going to end up being a little flat route selling Parrish on the in cut. Parrish knowing how physical Noel is, and that's two great competitors right there battling it out. And Noel's trying to throw him as much as he's trying to do the other. Play on.
Well, another receiver just short of the marker for Iowa State.
Thanksgiving greetings, probably.
Offense stays out in the field. Black State in pocket. So it's a 4th down and 1.
Just going to take this to the quarter here if they can't get him to jump offside. Smart if they get a cheap one before.
Well, he does snap it.